Hello and welcome back to my scrap room. My name is Jennifer Perry and today we're going to be doing a organizational getting ready for a crop type video. You've seen these in the past, but I realized this morning that I have never done a video of my gearbox. And before we get started, you're going to see somebody new. This is Dumpling. We've had him for a couple of weeks. Biscuit was letting us know that he was lonely and he needed a friend. He has a friend anytime we pet sit his actual littermate brothers, but when they go home he gets rather lonely. So after checking the local shelter for a while, this guy came up and he was home with us within 20 minutes of me seeing his video. Or his photograph, not video, photograph. So his original name was Bobby, but my father-in-law's name is Bobby. We figured that might be a bit of a confusion, so we named him Dumpling, so now we have Dumpling and Biscuit. So he has not learned his scrapbooking manners at all yet, as you can tell, but we're working on it. So if you see two cats flying by the screen, that's why. And Biscuits really does love his little brother. He just thinks he's a typical little brother, and right now he's a little pain in the butt as far as Biscuits is concerned. So there might be a little fighting going on, but it's play fighting. There have been no teeth, there's been no claws, they haven't hurt each other. And Dumpling is going to be getting his first baby check at the vet on Thursday. So he's finally big enough to finish getting his vaccinations that they started at the shelter. So, alright. So this is where Mommy says I have to film. Yeah. Don't bite your mommy. And then you have to go play with your brother or get in your box. Yeah, you have a box too like brother does. You have matching boxes. Well, you've got something on your butt. Okay, come on. Come over here because you're really not supposed to be on this side of the desk. Okay, so this little pile of stuff over here is stuff that I am gathering for a retreat. It's not all organized yet. It's not the way it's going to be traveling to retreat. This is just my gathering stage. I have been in a cleaning mode and organization mode, and I thought, well, while I'm doing that, let me just start gathering. But what we're actually going to be talking about is that white little crate right there. It is a smaller crate. As you can tell, it is smaller than my paper crates, but it is what I call my gearbox. And I'm going to pan over slowly before he moves. There he is. Okay, so let me set the camera back up and I'll pull the gearbox over and we will go through everything that's in the gearbox. But again, this is not everything that I'm taking. This is not the full kit of what I'm taking. It is just me gathering ideas at the moment. So give me one moment. Okay, so if you're wondering what a gearbox is, this is a box that stays, I'm going to pull it up so I don't have to keep bending over. This is a box that stays packed year round. This is all the stuff that I use during retreat that I don't use when I'm at home scrapbooking, because obviously I have the stuff at home. But it's very, very useful when I go to crops and retreats. So I just decided that instead of putting it all away every time and then having to find it all again all the time, that I would just make myself a gearbox of things that, it's gear that I use for every single retreat. So we're going to start off. The first thing is a book holder for when I have my how-to books. I can hold them on the desk. Takes up no room, but this is something that I use every single time. It is something that would be easily forgotten. Okay, so my next items are my lights. Now this is, because it's an open bulb, I keep it wrapped with the mat that goes under my cutting mat. This is just one of those little rubberized non-skid mats. I stick it under my craft mat to keep things from rolling around on my table. So I have two OT lights. And the reason I take two is sometimes the lighting in the rooms that we're in is not the best. And I have just found that if I take both of my favorite lights, I don't have lighting issues. So I take both of these. Sometimes I only need one. Sometimes I need both. But I have them. And I just kind of wrap this up like this, and it goes right in my bag. Set that aside. Now, along with this, because I am taking so much lighting gear, I take one of these little power towers, is the best thing I can call it. And what I like about it is I can stick it in the corner of my desk. And not only do I have power, but the 3 other people closest to me also have power. So we're all able to share one power tower, but it has USB, it has plugs, and a really nice heavy-duty cord. And then the other thing that I pack with it is my own extension cord. He's chewing the box. If you hear noises, he's chewing a box. So this is just a really nice, I think it is a, didn't say how long it is, but it is a really nice heavy-duty cord. So I take these 2 with me. The next thing is I always, when I come home from a retreat, I always repack it with extra adhesive, so I don't have to worry about getting to the retreat and going, I forgot my adhesive. I always have extra adhesive with me. A cell phone holder or iPad holder, regardless. That way you've got a spot to put your cell phone or your iPhone, your cell phone or your iPhone. I promise I'm drinking coffee. I really am. It's just really early in the morning. Your iPad or your cell phone or your tablet when you're watching stuff. This is just a little bag of chargers and mints and earbuds and an extra little body for my adhesive and a little makeup wipe, because sometimes I forget if I'm wearing makeup and I rub my eyes. So this is just a little kit of charging cords. He's about to jump in the box. A small thing of baby wipes. Now this is not for my stickers. This is not for my stamps. This is just for if we're having lunch or we're eating at the desk, I can clean up my space when I'm finished and start scrapbooking again. Because sometimes we have soup, sometimes we have salad, stuff hops off your plate, whatever. This is just so I can clean my space. This is, and actually, you know what? This can go in there. That is a better use of space. There we go. This is just a bag of extra foam tape and score tape and adhesive and regular tape and that type of thing. Okie dokie. This is a new addition from the last retreat. It's just some ibuprofen, a pokey stick in case anybody else needs a pokey stick in case anybody else needs a pokey stick. Because I end up teaching stitching while I'm there. People see me stitch and they want to know what it is. So I end up teaching stitching while I'm there. This is just a little bin of needles, threaders, rubber bands, push pins, a couple of spare blades, a post-it note, just things that I use when I'm stitching. A little shot glass because, let me show you. This is my little stitching kit at home. It has a small little tray. It's got a shot glass that has my threaders and my push pins, and then it's got my little tomato. So when I'm at retreat, I try to recreate that with my tomato, my shot glass, and I have a basket here that has that I put it all in. So what I will do is I'll do tomato, shot glass, and inside the shot glass will be a couple of threaders, some push pins, that type of thing, And then I will put this here in case anybody wants to stitch with me. And that'll sit on my desk just like that. And then this can go back in my gearbox, and there's no chance of it falling, opening up, and needles getting on the floor. But that's why I do it that way. A couple of clothespins, because I always end up using clothespins when I'm at retreat for some reason, and some spare tape. This tape is for stitching. I don't use this on the layouts as adhesive. Okay. And then this is just a little bin that I keep on my desk because I have extras, because I used to teach scrapbooking, so I have extra of my basic inks. So I have those in my caddy of bamboo, chocolate, some gray, and a black. Those stay in my caddy at all times. So what I do is I take this with me so that as I'm working, I can just dump my daubers in here, and I don't have to worry about getting ink everywhere on the work surface. It is a work surface that does not belong to me. So this can get all inky all at once, and I don't have to worry about my daubers rolling off the table. So this is the one that lives on my desk. And then this is, I guess those can go. Nope, that's going to stay there. I know why I did that. And then this is a bag of, you know how I feel about the doggy poo bags. So I have doggy poo bags that if anybody needs a trash bag for their tabletop can, there it is. So I've got those. Got some more clothespins, a gallon size baggie, a cord keeper, and then these are trash bags for my pop-up trash can, which is already in a bucket. If I could get it in the gear bucket, I would put it in the gear bucket. It's just a little bit too tall and will not let my gear bucket close. So this is just mainly items for cords, you know, cords and trash. So what I will do is when I get to the retreat, I will take a regular trash bag and I'll take my 2 clothespins and I will put it in my pop-up trash can and line my trash can. And I have a trash bag for every day. So again, I come home and I restock this. So when I leave or get ready for another retreat, I know this is already stocked. And then the other thing that lives in here that does not go in my stitching supplies because they will not fit is just 2 of the close to my heart stitching rulers. They're too long for the pouch, and they're also spares, so they live in my gearbox. So let me get this packed back up and I will show you what it looks like packed. Okay, so this is everything packed up. I don't know if you can see the side. If I tip it too much, it's going to spill. But this is everything all packed up. I just pop the lid on it. And then once I'm at retreat and I have everything stored and set up the way that I want to set it up, I put the lid back on this bin and it becomes my footstool. because the tables are always a little bit higher, therefore my chair has to be a little bit higher and my feet dangle, and that just drives me completely batty. So this also doubles as my retreat footstool. And I also wanted to show you one more thing. I keep talking about my pop-up trash can. This is a 12 by 12, close to my heart, envelope for paper storage, and inside it I have my, it's a Totally Tiffany, I think, pop-up trash can that I bought it on Amazon, and it just pops up like this. It's not very big at all, but it just sits beside me. Yeah, there it is, Totally Tiffany. It just sits beside me on the floor. I put a regular trash bag in it, paper clip it to the side or clothespin it to the side. That way this does not get gooey, ooey, or food spills on it or anything. It just has a regular trash bag. And I would put it in my gearbox, but it's a little bit too tall to go in my gearbox, which is why it's not in there. So I just keep it with my paper dividers. And then when I pack up my cardstock, I just slide it in there, and it takes up no room whatsoever. But it is nice to have a bigger trash can at retreat than just one of those little tabletops. And then I just slide it in one of these little 12 by 12 envelopes. And it stays compact. Now you can also, this one I bought off Amazon, you can get it from Totally Tiffany obviously, but there's also a smaller Fiskars pop-up trash can, the lawn care section of Amazon. They've got a tall one and then they've got a smaller one. And I also bought a couple of the smaller ones just to have as backups, because this is thin material, and if it ever just tears up, wears out, whatever, while I could find the smaller ones, I bought 2 of them. They are the thicker material because they're made for lawn care, but they are the exact same size. And there we go. That is what I pack in my gearbox. Again, it stays packed at all times. It just sits in my closet when I'm ready for retreat. I just grab that. I know it's ready to go. And then I can concentrate just on the creative items that I want to take with me. I know that all of the non-fun stuff is already packed, don't have to think about it. And when I get home from retreat, I just restock with adhesive and trash bags, make sure there's nothing else in there that I need to restock, and we're good to go. Pack it back up, put it back in the closet, done. I hope you found this video informative and inspiring. Until next time, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.